Your relationship with money matters. I'm Michelle Perkins, and this is the Money and You podcast, where I will be breaking down your relationship with money, offering tough love money tips, and a money dating plan that will focus on lifting the barriers to success to help pave the way for better money practices and increased wealth. It's time to take control to live a limit-free life. It starts today. Hello. Welcome to the Money and You show. I'm Michelle Perkins, your host, and I'm going to do a solo show today, rather quick solo show, so hang around. And I'm calling it the mid-year money moves because here we are. It's June. I don't know how it got here. I can't believe it, but it is. It's halfway through the year. And I don't know about you, but there's a good chance that you spent the beginning of the year kind of planning out how are you going to do things differently. Maybe you're going to earn some more. Maybe you're going to get out of debt. Maybe you're going to save a little more this year. Maybe you're going to do a number of things, and it's halfway. So I always like this halfway point to do a little assessment. Where are you? What have you done? What have you not done? Without a lot of focus on the what have you not done, because that's just what we're doing here is we're figuring that out now. So it doesn't get to be the end of the year, and then it's a little bit, depressing, frankly, to have not done what you said you would do. So let's catch it. Let's catch it now when there's plenty of time to make up for any lost ground. And as you know, I like to talk about your relationship with money. So how do you have a great relationship with money? You pay attention to it. You make it your pal, your friend, your ally in life, helping you gain the freedom and the security and the confidence that you want so that you can design your life and make it, make it a life that you're proud of and you're excited about waking up for every day. So let's just talk a bit about what we could do right now in June. It's not too late. What is too late is when you get to the end of the year and then you sit down and pull everything together for taxes and you find that there's no time to, do anything different that might have helped your tax position or anything else. So as you know, time is everything with money. For a lot of things, I have a lot of patience. Patience is definitely one of my strengths. In the world of money, it doesn't necessarily help you. Time helps you. The earlier you start saving and the more compound interest and the more time you have to make that investment work for you. Same thing with everything. I mean, if you need that new job so you can earn more and you do it today versus a year from now, that's going to have a compound effect over the course of your life if you're earning more for a longer period of time. There are just so many examples in the money world where waiting isn't the best strategy. So the other thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect before you do it. So don't wait for that either, because things have a way of never getting to that day when they're perfect. Where do you stand? Let's do this little assessment in a few steps here. I've got about 5 steps that I want to take you through so that you can get yourself together. And so, how much have you earned this year? Have you done any kind of a recap this year to see how much have I earned? How much have I been spending? Did I ever create that budget I said I was going to create? And I don't even like the word budget. I don't like budgeting. I do like having a spending plan. I do like having an idea of what goes out every month and where I want to cap that off so that I'm having a little extra money from what I earn as discretionary money or as savings. So did you ever put those numbers together? Because if you didn't, now's the time. Getting to know your money is crucial to having a good relationship. Just like with any relationship, getting to know the person, it's crucial. It's the number one thing that you need to do. Not be afraid of it, feel like everything with money is a conflict or you just rather avoid it. Don't kid yourself into thinking you're happier by avoiding your money, because over time, that has a way of catching up to you too. And it just really gives you an uncomfortable, feeling about money that just carries through everything, because everything has some money component to it, right? So I'd love for you to schedule a day on the calendar that you're going to sit down and put some of these numbers together. Just get to know your numbers. No judgment. It's not good or bad. It just is what it is. And from there, you can make some decisions. So if you don't put a date on the calendar, though, to really devote to this, it's going to be the thing that gets pushed over and over and over. So get that day on the calendar, square yourself away, grab your favorite beverage and sit down and knock it out, and you will feel really good. It's a productive way to spend the day, and it gives you that launch pad, that starting point from which to start resetting goals and taking care of some of the things that you really want. That's number one, getting to know your numbers, getting that calm feeling of, okay, money, I know where we stand now. So I'm with you here. We're going to work on this together. Number two, how's your credit situation? How's your debt? What's your credit score these days? Are you in over your head in terms of debt, and what can you do about it? As soon as you know where you stand with debt, you can start tackling it. So again, waiting. I just talked to my son, actually. I don't think he ever listens to these, so it's probably safe to say this. But he was saving money every month, putting it in a savings account so he could ultimately save up the balance that's on his credit card and pay that off. I don't think that's a great strategy. I mean, I'm glad he's saving. I'm glad he's finding some money and he's even thinking about it. But I would say you're going to just incur more interest doing it that way. So there are lots of things you can do. I also went with a client this week and went around with her. She has a lot of debt and something that she's never had before, so it was a little traumatizing. And she really wants to figure out a strategy. She knows how much interest she's spending every month. It's a lot. And so we went and we talked to some banks about balance transfer cards. So balance transfer card, there's so many available now. There are some really excellent ones. Some of them even give you a little cash bonus to start. But you can take your existing credit card debt. If you qualify for a new credit card that is a balance transfer card, you can move that balance over and pay no interest on that debt for anywhere from a year to 18 months, depending on the card, depending on the bank. So lots of those available. It's a great way to go. And even if you don't qualify for as much as you currently owe, you can at least move a chunk over and reduce that interest and just keep moving chunks over. So you have to make sure you know what the restrictions are, but it's a great way to go. Another option that came up with somebody that I was working with was somebody got very in debt and ended up doing a debt consolidation with the SBA because they have a business. And so they were able to consolidate under a new SBA loan. So there are ways to get out of debt. There are ways to reduce your debt, time to think about them. And that would be, I think, tip number 2, to take an assessment of where you stand with that. That is a big stress. A lot of debt contributes to not liking to interact with your money and really has a negative impact on your relationship with money. So let's move through that and get to know our debt situation and how to attack that a little bit. Number 3, did you ever get that savings or investment plan going? I know you thought about it at the beginning of the year. I know you thought about emergency savings because after COVID, everybody was thinking about emergency savings. And you've probably thought too, if you are in a good place with emergency savings and with your debt, you've probably thought it's time to start investing. And for a long time, the market's been going crazy. So we've been watching everybody make money. And now it's a little wonky, which is not actually a problem. Could actually be a good time to get into it and buy. That's a whole other conversation. But I believe in consistently investing regardless of what the market is doing and just making that something that over time seems to work itself out, at least if you look historically at the statistics. So what have you done? What have you done about savings and investing? If you haven't done anything, it might be because you didn't know your numbers. You didn't know how much was going out each month. And you didn't know exactly what you were bringing in. And so you couldn't figure out without knowing how that equation looks, what you could do in terms of saving and investing. So again, sitting down, taking stock of that. If you feel uncomfortable with the whole thing, do very little. If you feel uncomfortable putting it in the market, for example, then find some place where, that's in alignment with your particular risk tolerance and your goals, and just start doing it. Small amounts, the habit of saving is better than not saving. So if your saving amount is very small, you get in the habit of doing it. And that's the important thing. And then you can always raise the amounts. Number 4, I love this one. Clear your money clutter. So we all have money clutter. We it's just like the clutter on our desk or the clutter in our refrigerator. We have money clutter. So it is a very freeing thing to clear some of that. And it also opens the door for new money to come in. I do believe that there's a flow, and this is, kind of an energetic thing where the more you clear the pathway for new money to come in, the better off you are, and the more abundance will start coming to you. So what do? Well, look at who owes you money. That weighs on you. That creates a lot of money negativity. Who owes you money? Is it a relative who's borrowed money from you? Or is it customers? Who owes you money and you have been kind of ignoring that and not wanting to ask them for it? Assess that. Figure out, where those receivables are and try to get that money in. Collect it. Be done with it. Those relationships will be able to not be in that kind of state of this person owes me money. That doesn't really feel good. So take care of that. And who do you owe? What bills are sitting there? Do you have a pile that's just stacking up? Set a time to take care of that. Figure out how you can get your bills paid and do it with grace. I mean, be thankful that you can pay them when you can pay them. And if you can't pay them right now, schedule them out and get a plan for that, because clearing that feels really good. Let's see. Clean up the true clutter. Where's your loose change? Where is there money stashed in your desk? Where is there just money in your home or money in weird places? Money in your car. Where are your gift cards? Do you have a bunch of gift cards hoarded somewhere that you don't really want to use, but they sit there and wait until you have, some opportunity? It's a great way to feel more in abundance, to actually use those gift cards. Take yourself to dinner, go shopping, do whatever it is, and generate that kind of lightness and good feeling about money that those gift cards were designed to give you. So clean all that stuff up. Maybe there's enough loose change that you could go and put that in the bank and start your savings account. What about your wallet? How's your wallet? I learned this from a coach, probably 12 years ago, to pull out your wallet and see, what does it say about you? Does your wallet reflect who you are? Is it a beautiful designer wallet that's all clean and you're proud of it? Or is it an old, tattered, worn out thing that was passed down to you from your mom and it just looks like hell and it's full of receipts and you don't even know what? Clean that thing up. Take everything out of it. If the wallet doesn't reflect the person that you want to be in this land of abundance that you want to live in, then go get yourself a new wallet and organize it and use that to receive the new money that's going to be coming your way, and have that be a beautiful reminder of this new money approach that you're taking. Lastly, make a list of the money moves that you'd like to make going forward in the next few months and before the end of the year. So get that list going, just brainstorm it, figure out the things, and don't allow yourself to think, this is what I want to do, but I don't know how, so I'll leave it off the list. If it's something that you have as a goal, put it down. The how can be figured out with help on your own. That part should not keep you from putting the goal on your list. Get that on the list and then schedule your money dates on the calendar to take care of each and every one of these. If you have too many to fit on the calendar, you've got too many. So make sure they fit. Make sure you've assigned a money date for each one of those to at least whatever it takes. Do research if it's something you don't really understand, but you want to engage in it. If you want to learn about cryptocurrency, schedule something on the calendar, not necessarily to go buy it, but to at least learn enough so that you could. Then schedule another date to get into it more. Figure that out. Get these dates on the calendar with an assignment that you're going to tackle on those dates. So I love money dates. I think that is the best way to pay attention to your money, to build that better relationship, and to actually take action and get things done. So that by the end of the year, you're looking back going, oh my gosh, can't even believe how much I did this year in terms of improving my financial situation and feeling better about money in general. I have a course. If you want to get on a money date program, I've designed one for people because I do think it's hard for people to do this on their own. So, if you are trying to create the security and the freedom that you want from your money, My Money Date course is under 90 days. By the end of it, your relationship with money, your mindset around money will be dramatically changed. You will really enjoy sitting down with your money. And you will have tackled a whole series of areas. You'll have set goals. You'll have figured out, paid attention to your money and figured out the numbers. You'll be working on savings, working on managing debt if you need to, working on future goals, investing, savings, whatever they are, maybe even getting a new job that pays better. Just really understanding. And it's a great program because I basically chaperone you on these money dates to the point where you can then take them on your own and continue them throughout your life. And there'll be a lot of discussion and education as well as action taking, and a huge part of it, your mindset shifts. And so I've got a lot of exercises in there to help you with that and to really improve your relationship with money. So that course is coming up in July, and I will put a link in the show notes so that you can find out more about it if you're interested. You can contact me directly, Michelle, 2Ls, at limitfreelife.com. Go to my website, see what's on there. There's some information. And, of course, listen to the Money and You podcast and subscribe so that you can continue to hear great money conversations week after week to help you just align yourself with money experts and get some more education, and also, maybe pique your interest in some new areas that you haven't thought of. So it's all good. Learning about money is the first step, and then taking action, of course, is crucial. But mostly it's about building this great relationship with money. And without that, it is very hard to feel good enough about money to even work on it. So with that, we'll see you next week on the Money and You Show, and have a great week.